Two planes of conscious like indignity. In jolly London where we lay our scene, from slumbering sound break new epiphany, where tired mind makes way to vivid dream. From forth the pregnant mind of him that sleep, a slew of characters doth take their life, whose wide adventures in our memory keep, of joy, of pain, of love, of laugh, of strife. Now, if in presentation we offend, know that we offer this in our goodwill. That is the true beginning of our end, to show that life depends on dreamers still. Consider then we come to shed some light. We do not come as minded to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that we should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
I'm sorry, this is fruitless.
Ugh, come to bed. Tired body can lead to diseases of the mind, and then you won't accomplish anything.
I'm so close. These stories are in here. I just need to get them out.
You are the greatest poet in the kingdom. Whatever's troubling you, it'll pass.
It's different. All these people, all these stories are in here. I just need to put them on paper.
Oh, you are never going to get anything accomplished unless you rest that busy mind of yours.
But if I sleep and I dream what I want and I forget and...
Shh. No more writing. No more talking. Get some sleep. Things will be clearer in the morning.
Well, I'll try. I suppose a bit of a short nap might be helpful.
Sir, it's closing time. Sir, that means we'll have to leave. Sir! Here, let me call you a taxi.
I don't have anywhere to go.
Well, there's a hotel over that way.
You don't understand. I have to wait here for the others. I don't belong here.
Of course you don't. This is my bar and it's closing time. As for the others, when you see them, tell them that pubs close around here. I have a home to go to, so I really would appreciate it.
I mean, what's the use? I don't even know if running away from it will help. Is it better to keep with what I'm sick of doing, or start all over again doing who knows what? It's all his fault. Why do I have to be written by him? The man of the millennium.
No, sir, of course they don't.
You don't know what I'm talking about. People like you, well, you don't have to worry about it.
What we do worry about is closing time, so if you please... Oh, God. It's Hitler. The war's over, you lost, go home.
Finally, and before intermission too. I'm still king and alive.
So am I. Alive, I mean. Act 3.
Well, neither of us died till the very end anyway. All blacker. Your director must be one of them artsy types.
The trick is to get out while somewhat sane. And yes, very artsy. We all had colours. Ophelia was white, and I was black. You get the idea. And where are you set? What type of costume is that?
The horrible kind?
Well, it is a nice coat. Is it Duncan's?
Very funny. It's Germany, World War II, but I'm not sure it works. Now, the last one was set in the Russian Revolution, and that worked a bit better. Well, I like the director better. I quite like the switches.
Oh, it's always interesting to see what the directors do with the supernaturals in the play. In my play...
Whoa. In your play? What supernatural is there in your play? I've got witches and ghosts.
We both have ghosts.
True, But since when did you care about how directors portrayed them?
I'm allowed to take interest in directors. I've had so goddamn many of them now. Yeah, the ghost set off the action of them.
Oh, have you been reading your critiques again? Sets off the action of the play. That's those silly analytical critics talking. Well, sir, my ghost is more in my own head, creating an alternative reality in my deteriorating sense of self. Whereas your ghost is more his own character. Come on, cheer up, mate. Done with the reviews now.
What are we even talking about? And what do we do now anyways?
Well, we wait, I guess.
I'm not here, it's closing time. No, you blokes need to go back to wherever released you back into the community.
Just so long as Rosencrantz and Guild don't show up. Leave it to the Stobbart to turn two of the most insignificant characters ever written into egomaniacs.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, that's a funny play.
Yeah? Well, why don't you just shut it and stick it up your bartending?
I'm closed. My bartending's finished, so my job is telling you to leave.
Sorry to keep you. Are you waiting on anyone else?
It's just whoever shows up, really.
No, I just got here myself, but this nice bartender seems to want us to leave.
Notice.
Madam, I don't mean to be rude, but we've been meeting at this bar once every 10 or 20 years for the last 4 centuries. And it's usually just for a quick pint between shows, but now things are different. And if anyone else is going to be joining us, they're going to come right here. So take thy face hence and stop with all the begun already rubbish.
Who the hell are you?
I am Macbeth, King of Scotland. This is Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, and that's King Lear. Oh, or is it just Lear? Are you still...
I'm homeless at the moment, actually. I couldn't get out any quicker. Luckily, I didn't have to hang around till the end. Then I'd be wearing a hospital gown. Interesting director. Pint, please.
You are kidding, right? Fine, just one.
Cheers, love. Yeah. Oh. I was quite thirsty. How did you chaps get here so soon?
I've been here for many hours. We did the show earlier just so people could get out for the pubs.
Well, at least you have time. Mine is so short. I really have to watch when I can leave.
Oh, what quarter were you... Oh, that's right, you don't use quartos, do you?
Shut it, Mr. Three-Quartal Man. Your bad quarto is the best anyway. And who's wanting to sit through a 4-hour-long play?
Can I have another, please? The girl who played Cordelia tonight was quite good looking.
This is madness. Okay. Since asking you to leave is doing no good, you can stay here for another half hour and I'll give you your next pint. But you have to explain to me what's going on here, and at 12:30, you must leave. That's it.
Poor lass. She doesn't understand. See, we are the characters.
The characters.
As in Shakespeare? Character... As in a play?
And not just any characters either. We are the characters. See, William Shakespeare created us 400 years ago, on paper that is. You got any chips?
No.
No chips? What kind of pub is this? We got any nuts?
Fine. Here.
I'm sorry about Lear. He has a bit of an appetite. He's a sucker for pizza, actually, aren't he?
Oh, pizza. Have you got any?
No, the kitchen closed hours ago. You gonna finish explaining yourselves or not?
Well, anyway, Shakespeare wrote us. Shakespeare wrote us. He made us so well-rounded and timeless that we have transcended the barriers of our text. That is, to an extent. We are real within our plays.
Stop. with the language. We're bored of our plays is more like it. We do the same things over and over and over again.
It does get tiring.
Let me get this straight. You guys think that you are characters from Shakespeare's plays, but...
Oh, there's no buts. No, are not. We are. That's it.
Thank you, Yoda. There is, though. You said whoever played Cordelia tonight was hot. If you fellows are, then how could somebody play?
You see, you have to understand something. 400 years is a long time, and some of those characters, like Cordelia, have got tired much earlier on and have run away.
What happens to them when they run away?
We don't know. Do we, chaps?
Nah, we never hear from them again. I suppose they get to live out their lives. It's a wee bit of an inconvenience, but the show must go on. Titus Andronicus said he wanted to be a celebrity chef.
We get actors to fill the space. They play, we are, but now...
Now we are leaving.
Why?
We're overplayed.
Overanalyzed.
Overdone. Do you know how annoying it is to have all those directors trying to analyse everything I do? And some of those productions. Okay, everyone, we're going to do King Lear the musical with a Amazonian princess as the fool and Lear as Danny DeVito with anger issues. And they'll all wear Pacamax.
Or Macbeth with the witches sitting on elephants in the balcony the whole time banging on bongo drums. And no sets. Just a black space to be filled with the sound of the language. And everyone else should wear black too, even the audiences, to create a profound sense of the supernatural.
And have you seen the latest version of Love's Labour's Lost? Oh, I felt so sorry for Byron. Frank Sinatra and Esther Williams do Shakespeare. All together now, lads. There's no business like show business like no business.
Singing! Thank you, that was awful.
What? Some directors today are crazier than Will was.
Will Shakespeare. Crazy. What are you talking about? An elephant? Have we moved on from Shakespeare to Terry Pratchett?
That's Mr. William Shakespeare's work for you.
The great poet.
Poet? Is Stephen King a poet? What kind of deranged person thinks up the horrors that we have to face every day?
We all die.
I'm homeless.
And my mental state is the subject of more books than there are on the folio. Do you know how many people actually ask if I'm mad? It's enough to make someone mad. I wonder if Will was mad, just to make an interesting story.
37 plays. Then there are the sonnets, the other one. The other shit he wrote. I mean, he's just like us, he was never stop working.
Do you know I'm on somewhere every minute of every day? I forget where I am. I forget my lines. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, saying the same thing for 400 years does get a bit too repetitive.
Yeah, I think you've said that a few times now. Repetitive nature of things must be getting to you. Happens at your age, I guess.
How do you know, young lady, that I am mature, which is quite different from being old?
Jesus, mature, you're old.
Well, I shall stay this age forever, which is a hell of a lot better than someone like you.
Yes, but I had the opportunity to be young. You see, according to you, you've been a daft old man forever.
A daft old man? Oh, dare you! I was written by Shakespeare. I should. You should. Well, you are really getting me angry.
I had to do Shakespeare at school. There was this one passage. What was it? Tomorrow and today.
Oh God! Don't get me started.
Creeps on nothing. What was that?
That would be one of my speeches.
Oh, here we go.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace, day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets is out upon the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying Nothing.
That's the one. Had to recite it for class. I did a good job too. But you contradicted yourself. If you are Macbeth and you've had to do that speech as many times as you say you have, you wouldn't have forgotten your lines.
Sorry. I got confused and I do that every once in a while.
Macbeth forgot his lines!
It's like what Hamlet's saying. I conduct myself through my play so many different times a day in so many different languages. I mean, you try keeping track of where you are at any given moment.
Yeah, just keep saying tomorrow, you get there in the end.
Whose side are you on, old man?
It's true. But that does come from showing off. Do you want to hear to be or not to be, or get thee to the nunnery?
Thanks for the support. Have you ever actually thought about what I say in that speech? God knows I haven't before. Will talks about being an actor.
Of course he does. He was an actor.
Well, he was an actor that might have only spent an hour upon the stage. Do you think he knew that 400 years later we're still not gone? We've been strutting and fretting hours upon the stage and we're still here.
Always here. Schools, movies, theatres.
Some of the movies are great though. My performance as Mel Gibson was magical.
I saw that one. Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet was better.
The one I least liked playing was Olivier. Those noses really got to me.
Noses? How many did you have?
3.
Why?
Actors. Pretentious actors, my dear bartender.
I've always wondered what he meant about time. Do you think in the end all the yesterdays and todays and tomorrows are all just the same?
Sorry, old chap, when did you become Harold Bloom? Anyway, do you get who we are now?
Of sorts. I mean, I don't really get what the difference between you and any other actors is, other than that you seem slightly more delusional. And I really don't understand how you can call one of the greatest playwrights of all time crazy. And if you are who you say you are, then how can you say that without basically saying you're crazy as well?
Did what you say just make any sense at all?
Yeah. Every night I make the same stupid decision, become homeless, get caught in a thunderstorm and eventually die. This is not a sane existence.
You don't have a sane existence. Have you ever seen my play?
Will was mad. It's exactly what you're saying. We're products of his mind. If we're all mad, then Will must have been mad to begin with.
Life in 1600, normal things were slightly different.
Okay, well, we'll look at it this way. Once upon a time, there was an actor and poet named Will who created characters. These characters were products of his imagination. He was just a poor player that strutted and fretted his hour upon the stage and feared becoming nothing.
Life is but a poor player. Life is but a poor player, signifying nothing. And if nothing, then what? Nothing is but what is not.
Why are you back at your desk? Please come back to bed.
These stories aren't going to wait forever. The battle, witches,
Do you know what
troubled
you're doing?
mind, sleep. What were you saying before?
You are driving yourself mad trying to write this play. Well, you need to sleep.
Sleep. Our little lives are rounded in sleep. That's not bad, actually. Mental note for later. But seriously, what use is it? I have all these dreams that I wake up from and try to write down. If only I could remember my dreams hours after I had them. Dreams are such a weakness. They tempt me with all these wonderful ideas, and then I wake up struggling to remember them.
Well,
Think on it. Killing a king to gain the throne.
you need to sleep.
But the thing is, witches.
Witches? What do witches have to do with some man killing a king? What, they put a spell on him?
No. Well, yes. Well, not really. They simply put the idea in his head.
And then he kills the king?
Exactly. The thought overpowers the man. He gives in and then goes, no, gets defeated because he never really had the power in the first place.
Will, you're driving yourself crazy. Being not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
And his wife does it too.
Kills the king?
Yes, and...
And finally gets to sleep because her crazy husband stops ranting and raving?
This isn't a game, this is my life.
Your life is a game. Rather, it is a play. You live in a play. It is your whole world.
Am I mad?
The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. You are all three. I would have you no other way.
Thank you. Now I must write. My imagination affords me no rest.
Well, you need some sleep. What did we just talk about?
I must remember this story. I will sleep later.
You are never going to accomplish anything unless you get at least one full night of sleep. Please, Will, let yourself dream.
No, you sleep. I won't be long, I promise. Just a few notes. It is the second best bed after all. I cannot stay away for very long. I must write. Right, I know what I just need to get comfortable. Right, where am I? Supernatural. Dreams. So many. Okay.
You're all being ridiculous. What I mean is, we all perform, right? And when we perform...
We are talking about nothing and getting nowhere. Why don't we think about leaving? Why don't we think about that?
Leaving? What a good idea! One of the best things you've said. Here, I'm going to have to cut you off soon.
I can take my beer. We mature men can have as much tap beer as we want. Shut up and serve me. Oh. Yeah? Haber, I always wondered, do you think any of us are Will? I mean, obviously, you know, we're here and he's the writer and he imagines, but do you think that it could be possible that we are the reality of his imagination?
If any of us are Will, then he was crazier than we think.
Well, you never know. One of us could be. Especially for a role that he acted.
Well, he wouldn't have been one of us.
Why not? We are a fascinating group of characters.
Yes, but you think he'd do more than just bemoan his outcast state throughout most of his play? You think he'd be someone interesting?
Wait a minute. We do a whole lot more than whatever you just said.
I know. But don't you think he would have made himself someone who was a tragic hero? Or someone with a lot of spirit?
Oh, talking of spirit, here's the most bizarre one of all.
I love you too, Leah. Ooh, so does the beer.
I hope you weren't talking about him.
No, definitely not. And why would Will kill himself off in the third act?
Are you talking about little old me?
Yes. I was saying you're just like that person who starts laughing in the front row at the worst times. You want to stop the play and go, do you mind?
All this love and affection, really? It's overwhelming.
Why are you here? Have you been here the whole time?
Just to bother you? Yes.
In the bathroom?
I was constipated.
Oh, I don't want to hear about that.
Now, who are you?
I am Mercutio, milady, at your service. You must be the bartender.
Yes. Who are you? Are you another character?
He is a minor character. One who thinks he's great, which is the worst kind. And look what he's wearing. How horrible.
I am great. I liven up the whole play. I like the tux, it's me, which is more than I can say for Hitler over there. And I have a huge monologue.
Yes, but you die less than halfway through. Besides, your play is called Romeo and Juliet, and your name is Mercutio. I am Macbeth, and my play, guess what, is called Macbeth. Is your name in the title of your play? No, I don't think so.
I do. I know you. So you are...
Mercutio. Ever heard of him? Nah, didn't think so.
Of course, the fiery speech. I do know you. Saw the film with Leonardo DiCaprio. The scene with the fireworks is amazing.
See? I'm the one that gets everyone excited. Everyone loves Queen Mab.
It's only because you're jumping around the whole time, especially in some of the productions lately. You know, she doesn't remember you, she remembers the fireworks. In some shows you're an acrobat, in others you're a bedazzled Loki. It's all spectacle.
Oh, Macbeth.
Audiences love that kind of thing.
Macbeth. We're not in a theatre, so I can say that, can't I? You are jealous.
Oh, very funny. I'm not jealous.
Hang on, why couldn't you say...
It's bad luck to say his name in the theatre. He's quite touchy about it, actually.
At least most people know my name.
Scared of your name, or like it.
I don't think you...
Oh, be deaf to pleading and excuses. He's just bitter, see, because he knows that he's a bad guy and I'm a good guy. At least I'm not a murderer.
I heard that. Is that my fault? I didn't dream up my story, but at least it is my story.
Dream up your story. Dream up your story, silly rabbit.
Excuse me, if someone did dream up your story, then you'd have a story, but you don't. What do you know anyway?
I know what man tells me.
And I know that Will wrote me the same as you.
Then, don't you know you're no part of your story at all? You're the weakness, the character, actor, player.
The weakness. Shakespeare dreamed you up too, and since you're in only, 3 scenes, I would say you're much more a weakness.
Oh, I am a weakness. I am all weaknesses! God, you lot scare easily. True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of a substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind which woos even now the frozen bosom of the north.
Get away from me, you're insane! What are you doing?
Saying my lines. Thought you needed to hear them. Oh, and I needed to run them with someone, and you were there. But, as they say, supper is done and we will come too late. We might as well pass the time by having a few pints before getting back to our place. Bartender? Thanks, my dear. Remember, lads, 1 is too many, and 2 is never enough. Macbeth, what's that on your hand, though? I can't make it out. It's red.
There is
that
nothing
blood?
on my hand, you daft prick.
No, there really is. Ketchup.
Get away from me! I had a McDonald's on the way over here.
McDonald's, Macbeth, McJagger, is this a dagger?
Get away from me, you pervert! I hope you do have syphilis.
Why, you are touchy today. Bad luck with the wife.
That's it.
May I remind you that you are both characters in a play? Neither of you actually know how to fight. You'll never do stage combat. So stop this nonsense right now.
Hence horrible shadow, and real mockery hence!
I should warn you all right now that this whole enterprise is a name. You're positively stupid to think you can actually run away.
Oh, for people who are running away, you certainly aren't moving very fast.
Why do you care what we do? Why should we even listen to you?
Because unlike you, I know what I'm talking about. You lot need to see the vicar with Malvolio. I heard everything you were saying from before, and you chaps really need to get your heads straight.
Go away!
Whatever you say, but you won't be able to run away.
And why not?
Why bother asking? Let's just go! What are we even still doing here?
I don't know!
I want to hear why our feisty friend here thinks we should return to our existence of existential angst, served up on demand. 8 performances a week in the West End alone.
Well, as your feisty friend, I feel this is my duty.
I
to
was
remind
asking you a serious question.
And I am seriously answering you, my dear Dame. We are all dreams. We're all from Will's mind. Remember the form of things unknown, the poet's pen turns to shapes, etc., etc. That's us. We are the form of things unknown without him. He created us. He dreamed us up. Without him, we don't exist.
The form of things unknown.
It's Midsummer Dream Act 5, come on. Hamlet, learn your Shakespeare, will you?
The devil take thy soul.
Oh, that wasn't very nice. I'm sure you don't like it when Laertes says that to you.
Is that all? Is this the reason, that rubbish why you are keeping us here? Why you?
As much as I would love to watch Hamlet hurt Mercutio, I really would like to get back to the point so we can leave.
I think we've covered the point. You can't leave. Your turn.
Watch us.
You don't exist without Will.
Will's been dead for centuries, and that hasn't stopped us from being co-curriculum in almost every country in the world. Signor Mercutio, buenos sera, buenos noches, adios, shalom, mercy, ex omnes.
That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, pay attention, boys and well, man. Will created us. His dreams were so strong that they became real in the form of us. However, without that, we don't exist. Remember Puck's final speech from Midsummer Night's Dream. If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding than a dream.
So?
Exactly.
Excuse me?
No, not excused.
Never mind, I'm leaving.
Fine, go ahead. You won't be able to run away.
Why not?
You try and leave and see what happens.
Okay, we will. Leah, you coming?
Leah? Hello, Leah? This is worse. I'm waiting for Godot. Waiting for Leah. Hello, Leah, are you there?
Nice try, Hamlet, but we never actually meet, Godot. Leah is here! Well, at least in body. His mind is in his pint. He's drunk.
I am not. I'm thinking.
You're right. He's pissed.
No, wait. I think I understand what he's trying to say.
You were actually listening to him.
Weak and idle, Mercutio. It's only in the context of the play that we are strong. But if that is true, how can we be here?
Well, we aren't really. We're in a dream. Or a play, rather. Well, I suppose both.
You stop making sense of me.
Exactly.
We are not in a dream. How can we be in a dream? We're not doing anything.
Have you seen Three Sisters? Talk about not doing anything.
Hamlet, your play is 4 hours long. You spend most of it deciding what you're going to do. It takes forever for me to realise all the mistakes I've made. And Macbeth, even though you know what the future holds, you let it happen.
What are you trying to say?
Leah, whose side are you on?
I'm just saying, I think I understand what he's trying to say.
I don't care. Are you coming or not?
Leah, let's go.
Come on, Hamlet. I know you'd miss your mother if you left. Incest is the best. It always beats the rest.
I'm not listening to you.
The family that plays together stays together.
Are you quite finished?
Nights of passion, no regrets in the morning.
Shut it, you stupid whore!
Here's my fiddlestick, and it's not in my mother's hands.
Leah, let's go!
I'm trying to think. Trying to? Do you really think we can leave?
I really don't think you can. Not for real, anyway.
I hate you. We are leaving.
I feel a bit ill.
Why is this happening? Hamlet, let's just go. We can come back on him later.
Macbeth, you try and leave. For good. You'll disappoint the audience, Will shall wake up and you'll stop existing, but nothing will happen to me, so by my heel about you, I care not.
Dreams, weak and idle. Of course. Wait, where did... Something doesn't feel... Hello, is anyone there? Well, I must have slept for a bit. That must have made Anne happy. Right, back to work. Now, the character he... and the witches... he must be in a way to listen to the predictions and to want to make them come true. What, by God?
Oh, come on, you're as crazy as Will wrote you to be. Oh, hello.
Hello? Thank God I found you. Do you know you are the only bar open this side of the river? Not really, but...
Oh, are you still here? Good, I was getting thirsty. Another drink, please?
Do I have a choice?
Not really. We don't seem to be going anywhere.
Hello, madam. Ignore them. Take a seat. Can I get you a drink?
Oh, yeah, I'd love one, thank you. Oh, I've really had a hard night. I went to the theatre. I went to see Macbeth. And I had to stop it halfway through. Something about, I don't know, losing a character?
Isn't that horrible? Going to the theatre expecting to have a good time and poof, a character leaves and you're left with nothing. What a pity. My apologies, but I did have to leave.
Oh, well, I'm sure you... Oh, wait, you look familiar. Did you play?
It's okay, madam, you can ask him. He gets so bashful.
Who are you?
Shut it. Macbeth, at your service.
Oh, you're the actor.
No, I am Macbeth, and you are?
Very confused? Hello, I'm Anne.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You certainly have lightened up this entire bar. Don't you have somewhere else to be? No, Macbeth, I'm enjoying myself, actually. Be careful, madam. You don't want to hear about his last girlfriend.
I think I understand. Your name is Macbeth, which must have been really unfortunate as a child. Oh, you must have been made fun of horribly.
Alas, I was never a child. I've been the same age for 400 years. And it's a pity, really. I've always liked children. Young ones. I didn't know you felt that way. I thought it was just Macduff's children you were interested in. Oh, not like that. You know what I mean. Children make the most interested audiences, and they never try to overanalyze you. It's the teenagers that are horrible.
Absolutely. Teenagers don't have any interest unless there's sex in it. And if there isn't, gone. No more interest.
Are they okay?
I'm not sure. I've tried so hard to get them to see someone, but there's so few plays with competent psychotherapists in, and they won't listen to me, and it's so hard sometimes. Come on, man!
Don't listen to him. Macbeth was telling the truth, actually. He is Macbeth. I'm Hamlet, and that's Lear. I'm sorry about his present state. And that is Mercutio.
And that must be Juliet.
No, that's just the bartender.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Not as thirsty as I thought. Just gotta get going. This is crazy.
I'm sorry, you can't leave just now.
Excuse me?
You can't leave yet. Finish your drink, then
no,
it will be time.
No, this is crazy. You cannot stop
Exactly.
me.
It is crazy. It is all crazy. We're not really here right now.
Mercutio! Let her leave if she wants to. She doesn't care about this silly theory that you've come up with.
You people are off sometimes. It's Shakespeare.
What are you talking about? It's Shakespeare.
It's his. Or rather, he's there and we are in it.
This is not one of Shakespeare's plays.
No, he's right. I know Shakespeare's plays very well, and none of them take place in a pub. And there is no Hamlet meets Lear in Shakespeare. And even if there was, they wouldn't be dressed like Arthur Dent, Adolf Hitler, and Marcel Marceau.
Oh, I hadn't noticed before. None of you were in Elizabethan clothes.
We all had different directors and they all had different visions, and none of them chose to do it in period dress. And they all chose this century. I suppose that's just because they're familiar with it.
I don't care. I'm leaving.
You're right, absolutely. This is not one of Shakespeare's plays. But I didn't say that. I said that this was a dream or a play, rather. I didn't say whose play, but it is his dream. As for the clothes, well, Shakespeare's our contemporary. What can I say?
Is timeless. A great poet.
Oh, what is it about my door tonight that makes people stay here? Every time someone tries to leave, someone else finds a reason not to.
Don't you see him? Has he been here the whole time? Has he?
Who?
Don't you see him? He's listening to everything we say. This is how things started.
What's going on?
But you need to listen too, to him. He learns from you and you let him learn.
What a nice thing to say. Wait, I don't understand.
Okay, I really don't know what the bloody hell is going on here, but the point of all of this was for us to leave. Leah was having a wee moment, but if that's over, we and this nice lady are ready to let you close your bar.
Good. Wait, I thought you weren't leaving.
Are we going somewhere?
I don't care what this fool said.
Neither do I. Come on.
Temper. Silly boys think they can stop the madness by leaving you. Well, it's not even started yet, and it's already over.
Somebody please, make sense.
Leah, I think you should go back to sleep, don't you? There's a good boy. Will the rest of the class note that I am making sense? We are all from Will's mind. We are not real. He created us. Only real people can make changes. Only real people can change their lives. But that is great. See, we are in a dream and everything makes sense in a dream. There's no beginnings and no endings, and therefore everything makes sense at the same time.
He's coming over here.
What are you doing here? You are dead.
Excuse me?
You died 400 years ago.
What are you talking about? What are you wearing?
Oh, it's Germany, World War II. Oh, never mind.
I think that I am lost. You see, I was writing. It was a wonderful story, and I must have fallen asleep. Now I'm here.
Well, this is a dream.
Is it? Whose dream?
It's yours, actually.
Really? Why don't I know who any of you are?
You're dreaming about characters that you're going to write about, Will.
You know who I am?
Of course. You created me. Well, you killed me off in the third act, but I know it was nothing personal.
Well, you seem like such a fellow that if I didn't kill you in the third act, you would take over the whole play.
Well, I suppose you're right. Anyway, it wasn't about me.
What was your name?
Mercutio.
Mercutio, yes, of course! Romeo and Juliet, I know you! Well, I mean, I finished you. But these others, I don't know them.
What year are you in?
1600.
Well, that explains it. You don't know who they are because you've not written them yet.
Oh. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Now, Mercutio, if this is my dream, why do you all look so strange?
Well, you wrote us, but directors like to put us in different times and places, and I suppose you wrote us as belonging to any time, so we do.
Are you really William Shakespeare?
Well, I think I am, but I might be dreaming.
Or a character in a play. Well, same difference.
Will, can I ask you a question?
Of course, though I don't know how well I can answer.
Why is my story so dismal?
Pardon?
My father's murdered by my uncle, and then he marries my mother. And then I have to get revenge. Why so dismal?
Dismal? That sounds like a wonderful story. The audience would love it. Oh, make him a king. Killing a king and then marrying his mother. If this is a dream, it is wonderfully productive. I hope I can remember this when I wake up.
I'm sure you will. More than him, at least.
Yeah, he just seemed to be in a sorry state.
I'm starting to think that when we leave, we should just go back to our plays.
Where are you going? I mean, I know this is my dream, so I should know this stuff, but I don't.
We were going to run away.
Why?
It's our stories. You made them so timeless that they keep happening over and over again. And we're tired. We want to rest.
Me? I don't even know who you are.
I'm beginning to wonder who I am.
Why were you running away? If you really were written by William Shakespeare, then you've been doing this for 4 centuries. Why now? Why not in the 1960s?
Things were different then.
That's when the RSC was actually good. Remember Hamlet? Peter Brook, Peter Hall.
Oh, that was the golden age.
And are you really him?
That was last time I checked.
Then you must know your own characters.
I don't know any of these people.
Of course you do. To be or not to be. That is the question.
Is this a dagger I see before me?
A reason not the need.
Oh, the nice sea queen mab hath been with you. Come on.
Love is merely a madness.
This is wonderful.
Don't cry for me, Argentina!
You fool. That's Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, sorry, I got caught up in the moment.
Who are Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber?
People that didn't exist in Elizabethan England.
We're getting off subject. The point is, you wrote us, and we all have miserable lives and die.
Wait. So you said this was a dream, or rather a play, right?
Yes. Well, both.
So I could go and sit with them?
Where did they come from?
Well, you said it was a play. Every play has an audience.
Wait, I thought this was my dream.
Yes, well, you're a playwright, Will, so naturally you want there to be an audience at your plays.
So I dreamed them too.
Yeah, jeez. Do you have a bad taste in audiences? Look at these two. Are you having a good time? No, good, eh? Whoa. Honey, what are you doing after the show?
Mercutio, get back here right now.
I'm talking. Leave me alone.
Mercutio, I think we've broken the frame enough tonight. Brecht would be proud. Now get back here!
Fine.
See you later.
Well, Will, it seems you have a pretty good taste in audiences after all.
Macbeth! Could you come here for a second? We just need to talk. And Leah? Leah! Wake up, you fool!
Yeah, I'm here.
Don't worry, this is just a private meeting. We won't go anywhere.
What's this about?
Don't you understand? He hasn't written us yet. He didn't know what we were talking about back there.
What are you saying?
What does he have us do every night, over and over and over again for eternity?
Die?
Exactly.
Are you saying that we should kill Will?
Mercutio will hear you and try to stop you.
Kill William Shakespeare? Hamlet, I'm not sure.
Don't you understand? This is our only hope. Do you want to go back to your stage and do the same thing over and over? Don't you want to get even?
Yes! I do.
Don't you see this is our only chance?
Let's do it!
He's right though, let's do it. But how?
Well, that's what we have to figure out. We have this fighting problem.
What fighting Oh, man. We do only know stage combat, don't we?
How are we actually going to hurt him?
Well, we could ask the audience.
What about asking the audience? They're watching a show, you know, a fourth wall. What good are they to us?
That's just it. The audience never get involved in the action of the play. There's no reason for them not to. Maybe we could go out and ask one of them. Come on, let's go. Excuse me, do you know anything about fighting? So when you go to hit a person, how do you actually hit them? Oh, what about this one? No. Settle down, old boy. Now we need to make a plan. Thank you very much for all your help. What now?
Well, I have to say, you seem to be the best of the group.
They would be lost without me. They have a difficult time grasping reality.
And you, Mercutio?
Well, my friends say I'm a bit of a goose.
A sweet goose or a wild goose?
What are you doing here anyway?
Oh, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I was writing and then I saw this place.
What were you writing? I love your work. It's so real.
Oh, well, thank you. But I really... Well, I was having a bit of trouble, you might say.
You mean writer's block?
Pardon?
Writer's block. It happens to the best of us. You're writing, you have ideas, but you can't quite get them out.
Exactly. It's as if my mind is locked and try as I might, I just can't get it to open. I know that things are there, but it's as if there is this beautiful chest. And I know that if I could find a way to unlock the chest and go inside, I would find all of these wonderful ideas, but all I can do is stand outside and look at it and try and find a way in.
Well, I'm sure.
Do you know what the worst part is? Is that at night when I dream, I'm given a glimpse into this box as if I'm being teased, but then when I wake up, it's still there but untouchable again. Well, I remember some things, of course, but it never makes sense. It is so frustrating to know that there are so many things that are so close, that are in your brain, but that are so far away. I'm sorry, were you saying something?
No, never mind.
No, I'm sorry, I tend to get carried away. What did you want to say before?
Nothing really, just that maybe you're trying too hard.
Trying too hard?
Let yourself dream, Will. Will! Leave him alone!
You're breaking my bar! You're not alone for this!
God!
Help!
That's for killing me every night!
Well, Leah, grab hold of him.
What the hell are you doing? Leave him alone!
Mercutio, stay out of
If you
this.
want to hurt someone, hurt me, but leave him alone!
Brave gentleman.
Brave Mercutio!
That gallant spirit.
Anne,
Let yourself sleep.
No,
Oh.
How did I get to the bed?
Will, just get some rest. You've had a hard night.
I have had the most rare vision. What happened, Anne?
You were at your desk. You started screaming. I thought you had a fever. You were walking and talking in your sleep. I was so scared. I called the doctor.
The doctor?
Mm-hmm. She's in the other room. I'm gonna get her.
How are you, man? Better than before? You gave the lady such a fright that she called me in the middle of the night. No, Anne, I wouldn't worry. He seems to be just fine. No more sleepless nights now, Will.
You were there? Serving drinks?
It was where?
Well, I suppose it was a dream. But you were in it.
Well, I wouldn't wonder. I've been here most of the night.
No, it was horrible. But at the same time, it was wonderful. There were these 4 people, and they said that I wrote them. And then they tried to kill me, and you were there, and you told me...
I told you what, Will?
To let myself dream. I must write.
Will, stay down and get some rest. Rest that busy mind of yours. Alternatively, you could rub your temples with half an onion and apply a poultice of raw potato.
No, you don't understand. I'm fine now. I know what I'm writing. I'll be okay. Thank you for your time, Doctor. I'm very sorry to have bothered you. Anne, I am starving. Do we have any food anywhere? I'll get them. Poor Mercutio. He seemed like a nice chap. Too bad I already wrote him.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses! You've made worms meat out of me. I have it. Soundly, too. Your houses!
How dare they? If they killed me, and I wrote them, then I'll kill them.
And my poor fool is hanged? No life. Why should a dog or horse or rat have life, and thou no breath at all? Thou will come no more. Never, 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 never! Pray you, undo this button. Thank you, sir. Do you see this? Look on her. Look, her lips. Look there. Look there.
Ah, yes, Macbeth. And a barroom brawl is not the least bit poetic. Let's see. A duel, that's much better.
For Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born. Yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him who first cries, "Hold! Enough! Gag! Gag!"
Hamlet. He was an ungrateful fellow, thinking his story was dismal. It sounded like a wonderful story. He dies a tragic hero.
If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent the form felicity awhile, and in this harsh world draw thy breath and pain to tell my story.
Now, crack a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
The rest is silence.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. As you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and in this weak and idle theme, no more yielding than a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, so to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hand if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
My metaphors have failed me. My mouth so often smart. You say I'd speak more ably if I spoke more from the heart. Do you ever feel like your moments come and go? I was hanging by a thread when she came along. Wanna spend my days with you. We'll laugh until the sun goes down. Feel more me when you're around. Wanna spend my nights with you. Your lips consist of poetry, whispering it's only me.